Boo. I bet you I didn't scare you, but I don't care, because that's how I roll. Anyway, based on the title of this video, you have probably deduced that this is me talking about Star Wars The Phantom Menace. To all you prequel fans out there, I respect that you like the prequels. I don't. Get over it. So anyway, Phantom Menace. Not a movie that I'm a fan of at all. So I'm gonna kind of like walk you through the plot if you haven't seen it. First things first. So in the opening crawl, you get, it's basically the Chancellor sent 2 Jedi to stop a blockade. That's pretty much the moral of the start of the opening text, but they had to make it a lot longer to satisfy fans. So Qui-Gon Jinn, which is this guy, oops, didn't happen, this guy here is Qui-Gon Jinn. So he is Obi-Wan Kenobi's master, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, this one here, by the way, I need to say the actors, Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor. Just right up, I'm saying that I think Ewan McGregor was the best performance in the entire prequel trilogy, for obvious reasons. The rest of the cast kind of sucked. So they're on this ship, and they're talking in this room, and then suddenly this gas comes in, and they don't say anything, they just start holding their breath, put these things in their mouths, I think. I'm assuming it's like air filters, and all these battle droids come along, and they just start cutting up the battle droids left and right. They don't care, chop chop, choppity chop, and then they they try to get into the command room where Newt Gunray, the racism guy, where the racist Newt Gunray, how do I say it? When the racist Newt Gunray is going, okay, kill them, close the blast doors. But, I kind of don't get this scene, because they've got all these layers of doors, like, just closing in on them, and suddenly Qui-Gon's lightsaber is taking longer to get through. Lightsabers cut through hands, like, in a half second, and yet it takes them ages to cut through, I don't know, like, this thick blast door. Like, seriously. Screw you physics, obviously. So they stow away on an invasion army lander thing. And then it cuts to a scene of Jar Jar Binks. And I think there's a reason that Jar Jar is only in a tiny bit of the poster. I think she'd spoil the poster, to be honest. Because Jar Jar, I'm going to be blatant, he is an absolute pile of poop. And he's in big doo-doo for this video. So, I don't like Jar Jar, because he's just... Okay. Every time I have to describe Jar Jar, I just say, okay, if I had to use one word to describe him, that's not a swear word, because if it was, I could definitely use a swear word to describe him. Use one word to describe Jar Jar, and I say doofus. That's it. I'm going to try not to talk about Jar Jar for the rest of this video. So, they run into Jar Jar, and he takes them to his little city, his giant Gungan city, which he was expelled from because he was too clumsy. Oh my gosh. Come on, George Lucas. Think of something a little more original. Clumsy. That's just sad. Okay, so they go to the city, and Jar Jar is basically thrown in prison, and the 2 Jedi go before the Gungan leader, the fat Gungan leader. Boss Nass. Seriously. George, can you come up with any stupider names at the moment? Jar Jar, Boss Nass. Oh my goodness. So, and he basically goes, okay, we'll give you a Gungan sub and you can go through the planet core to get to the Naboo city. I've already forgotten what it's called. And I watched it yesterday. My goodness. So, and then Newt Gunray and Queen Amidala, played by Natalie Portman, in a weird robot voice, they have a little chat and they basically go, you can't invade me. Yes, we can. No, you can't. Yes, we can. No, you can't. So forth and so on. It's so boring to watch. So, I'm going to be pretty blatant with you guys. But I'm already only 6 minutes into talking about this movie, and part of me wants to die. Okay, so they're in the Gungan sub and they come across all these terribly bad CGI fish, giant fish, sea monsters if you want to call them, whatever. And anyway, so they just get through the planet core anyway, and now they're in the city. And, oh yeah, how have I forgot to mention the Darth Jar Jar fan theory? So, it's an interesting theory. To me, it's either... I'm not using swear words. To me, I don't believe it. That's just me. Some of you might, some of you probably don't. Whatever, I don't believe it. So, and anyway, so there's this big time jump to them being about to ambush the Queen, getting escorted to a prison camp. They save the day. The Jedi and the battle droids, the thing is, there's never a challenge from the battle droids. They're just kind of there to get chopped up. That's really their only purpose in life, getting chopped up by Jedi. At least Attack of the Clones kind of makes it seem like the main characters aren't any threat at all. At least they shoot a bit better than stormtroopers. Thank goodness. Because otherwise, George Lucas would have done everything wrong with this movie. So, anyway, they rescue the Queen. They get away on a ship. And then you get to see R2-D2. Because George Lucas just needed everybody from the originals to be in the prequels, even when they have no significance to the movies whatsoever. Little fun fact anyway, in all 7 of the Star Wars movies there are only 2 characters to have appeared in all of them. R2 and 3PO. Even though their significance in the prequels is... boo! So, in the ship, it's getting shot at by the Trade Federation. By the way, so, like, there's a huge-ass planet, and the Trade Federation have a blockade of, like, maybe a 20th of the surface. Like, just kind of, like, fly low around half the planet and get out the other way. So anyway, the hyperdrive is damaged, and they have to do a pit stop on Tatooine. And that's where I'm going to end this video, because I have to do it in 2 parts. Because otherwise I might die having to talk about Phantom Menace so much. So, yeah. That's my first part of the review to Phantom Menace. Hope you enjoyed. If you do, please subscribe and like this video. If you didn't, obviously don't like this video and don't subscribe. Wait, what did I just say? Subscribe even if you don't like this video! Please. Okay, until then, no, don't be.